Hey, yo.
From the WWE.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
To TNA. And Ring of Honor.
We've got you covered. So crack open a few beers.
Give me a hell yeah.
Ask yourself 3 words.
Are you ready?
And get ready for the best wrestling podcast this side of the Second City. And if you don't believe us, just ask Ric Flair.
Woo!
Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
The Wolfpack.
2.
The Rock.
If you're some man!
The list goes on and on. We're talking about the current state of professional wrestling, some old school professional wrestling, and everything in between. Mix in a little bit of the WWE network as well, and you've got the perfect storm. It's
the voice of the voiceless
wrestling podcast here on Windy City Underground.
Sean Lane here, the November edition of the Voice of the Voiceless Professional Wrestling Podcast. I am live here with John Liptack, Kidd Twizt. Thank you very much for being in studio. I'm the Voice of the Voiceless, and you wrestle currently in the CSW promotion.
Yes,
Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got started in the professional wrestling business.
Well, it's a long story, but I'll try to make it short here. Basically, I've loved wrestling since I was basically born. I mean, my mom watched it and everything. My dad wasn't really into it, but I've always wondered how to get into wrestling and everything. And I think I was maybe 15 or 16 when when my mom actually contacted Windy City Pro Wrestling, and they said I had to be either 17 with parents' permission or 18, to train and everything. So I ended up waiting and everything until I was 18. I graduated high school, and I probably had a week off of high school, and then I started a job, and I contacted Steve Boz, and got a hold of him and everything, and we started training.
Awesome. That's cool, man. And you did it really young.
Yeah.
So how long you been wrestling for?
I'm 20 now. I'm going to be 21 in February, so about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's really cool. Congratulations on, starting your adventure early on.
Yeah, no, thanks, man. Appreciate
and
it.
Doug Preston is live with us. He just came on.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He told me he was gonna tune in and everything.
Oh yeah,
so
awesome.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
we've got cool.
Yeah,
it's a Periscope. Doug, you got any questions for us? Let us know. You can be right on there with us.
Got to keep it PG though.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's okay. It's a podcast, man.
Well, man, hey.
Yeah,
right.
That's if we're live doing the Fight League Report, which is the MMA show.
Oh,
it's on live radio.
Oh, so the live one is like,
Yeah, this
one
I can edit down, or I can,
all right,
I can make an uncensored version too. So
yeah, because I'll be the first one to admit I don't have the cleanest mouth, so like an F-bomb flies out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's cool, man. Definitely. So my next question for you is, you got started in the professional wrestling business really young. It's been 2 years. Obviously.
Yeah.
You started since you were 18. Tell us just about, your journey. You work full time now.
Yes.
And just just how it's being a young guy, coming up in the business and managing, work and. Obviously, you got a relationship as well, and all the responsibilities being a man your age, and then being a professional wrestler.
Right. Well, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you that. I still train to this day, but starting out and everything, you gotta earn everybody's respect. You can't just walk in there and be like, oh, everybody respect me, No, I'm a pro wrestler now and everything, but just gotta earn everybody's respect and everything. Just do what you're told and everything. Keep your eyes, your ears open and everything, and your mouth shut, and just listen.
Definitely.
And I learned that from a lot of people. I learned that from Steve Boz, Doug Simmons, John Thompson, Hunter Payne, Marco Anthony, and everybody. Right. But just getting to the point where I'm at now, it's like holy crap. I'm actually doing this now, and I've been doing it for 2 years and everything. It's like it's a dream come true, man.
Awesome.
And I owe it to Steve Boz for training me and everything.
That's great. Yeah, he's produced a lot of great talent.
Oh yeah,
Doug area,
Yeah, Doug Preston too. Doug Preston.
Definitely.
He's trained Doug Preston. He trained majority of the people I wrestled with, you know. So it's awesome.
Oh, that's a great experience, man. I'm glad you're having a good time.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Enjoying it.
having
Tell
a
us about
blast.
your character, Kidd Twizt. Sounds like a fun character.
Yeah, I mean it's a dude from the South Side, you know. But it's funny how I got that name though, because I remember when I first started and everything, I was gonna have my first match. I'm like, man, I need to come up with a name, you know. And I'm thinking, you know, and everything. And I was actually sitting with my sister one time, and she reminded me of this story. One time I came home from, I think it was work maybe, and my dad was at the house, and I had like these white and one pants,
Right.
and for some reason he called me Kidd Twizt. I don't know why. I don't get it, but whatever the point, whatever. But my sister was like, "Well, why don't you just go as Kidd Twizt?"
Right.
And I'm thinking like, well, that can work because you know, because it's like I can just, you know. I mean, a white guy trying to, you know, act ghetto.
Right.
You know, you know, so I mean, that's how that character came up with. But
Cool.
I mean, it's me. The character's
Definitely.
me, but it's, I mean, me personally, I don't try to act that way.
Right.
you
Sounds
know?
like you have fun with it, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially if you're heel. You know, if you're heel and everything, everybody calls you Slim Shady and everything. It's great. It's
Love
awesome.
the fans, you know, giving you.
Yeah, that actually started at Southland back in December. I was wrestling
really?
Magic Mike Wendorf, and he called me Slim Shady, and everybody got behind it. And
Nice,
I'm
nice.
throwing a fit in the side of the ring and everything. It's awesome, man. Yeah.
So you're working mostly as a heel now.
No, now I'm a face.
you're a face?
Yeah, but
Okay.
when I first started out, my first match was a battle royal. I was kind of a heel, but I mean, that was by choice.
Right.
You know, it didn't really matter if I was a heel or a face. It was a battle royal. I'm getting eliminated.
Right,
you know, but first match was a tag match. I was a face, and then I was a heel. I swear, I'm CSW's Big Show.
Yeah.
You know, I changed from face to heel and everything. It's nuts. you
Hey,
know?
it's good to be versatile, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, right now I'm a face, and it's going good. It's going great,
Awesome.
man. Yeah.
So we got a good following, huh?
Yeah, and, especially at Southland.
Okay.
Yeah, especially
cool.
at
Anybody
Southland.
you've been, you know, tangling up with that we know of? You know, somebody that you're, you know, see a feud starting with, or someone that's been messing around with your posse, or.
Well, I've wrestled Douglas Preston.
Okay, yeah, Doug. Hey, we got 7 followers too. Hey, shout out to Josh Lopez from Pro Wrestling Experience.
Awesome, man.
Hopefully we can be on the show one day.
But,
He's got a really established radio show. But go ahead.
Oh, awesome. But yeah, I wrestled Doug. I'm still waiting to wrestle Steve Boz whenever he wants to get in the ring with me.
I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, Doug Preston. I wrestled J.W. Lovely, Mike Bradley.
Yes.
he was on the show before, I believe. And it's a lot. It's
Cool.
actually a lot for 2 years. It's actually a lot of people I've wrestled.
Nice.
It's quite a bit.
You keep active. You said twice a month at least, right?
Yeah, I try. You know, I try as hard as I can to do both shows a month and everything. But if I can, it's like I'm bummed out. But you know,
Right,
cool.
cool.
But you got to do what you got to do.
And what do you do for work now?
I work at Pepsi
Okay. Awesome.
in South Bend, Indiana.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I'm
full-time?
from Chicago. Yeah. I'm from Chicago, but I had to move to Indiana for that.
So
For
it's
that
not
job
easy
specifically.
just being a wrestler starting out, you know.
Oh no, man. I mean,
you have to have that passion, that fire.
Oh yeah, for
Get
sure,
you
for
going.
sure. But I'm in the 90 days right now, so it's like I missed a couple shows, you know, and I'm not too happy about it. But
Right.
you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to pay
Oh,
the
I
bills.
understand,
You
yeah.
know.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, you know. And we want to see you, you know, perform again. You're going to be at the next one in November?
Yeah.
End of November, right?
Yeah.
21st, I believe?
Yeah, November 21st,
Yeah.
CSW Taste of Gold at Edison Park Inn, in the
Awesome.
north side of Chicago and everything. Those shows are awesome. It's a ladder match is basically the main event.
Oh,
I mean, who
great.
doesn't like ladder matches,
Oh, yeah,
right? You
definitely.
know, so it's awesome, man.
Cool,
Last
cool.
year was amazing.
Who's in there? Is it someone you're supporting? One of your guys?
I don't know who exactly is in the match
Mm-hmm.
itself, but I remember last year's was Marche Rocket, Acid Jazz, Willie Richardson, and I think Colin Cambridge.
Oh, wow. So 4 guys.
Oh yeah.
Is it a mixed tag or?
No, it's a fatal
it's
four.
a fatal four.
Yeah,
Oh,
going
gosh.
for the briefcase, man. It's like
Those are crazy.
it's like CSW's Money in the Bank. It's
Oh,
awesome.
So yeah, do you have like a title shot you can get from it?
Yeah. If you get
really cool.
it's for the heavyweight title.
So that's something you're keeping in mind to compete in the future.
Oh yeah.
Lay it
well,
all on the line for that shot to gold.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I gotta be here for a little bit before that,
Definitely,
you know.
definitely.
Yeah,
No, I got
exactly.
you. It's good
Yep.
to have those goals in mind.
Yeah, for
Cool,
sure.
and you'll be in action.
Yeah. Yeah, I will be in action. I don't know who I'm going up against yet, but I will be there.
So, well, Edison Park Inn, the 21st, guys. You heard it. And Kidd Twizt.
Yeah,
Get your
for sure.
Get your tickets. Be there.
Yep.
Cool. And tell us about, CSW. Why should the fans come out and, support you guys? What can they expect for their, they put their $15 down?
It's the best in the Midwest, man. I mean, a lot of the indie promotions and everything say the same thing, like, yo, our promotion's the best in the Midwest and everything. But I can honestly tell you, I've been to plenty of indie shows and everything, and CSW is hands down probably the best talent and everything. I mean, you can, especially if the rookies nowadays, like myself or Doug Preston or Mike Bradley or whatever. I mean, we produce good matches. I mean, if somebody goes up and go like, "Oh, how long have you been wrestling?" and you go like, "Oh, a couple years," and they're like, "Really?" like, yeah. And it's like, "Oh, I thought you've been wrestling for a few years." And I was like, "No." But that's from the training that Steve Boz gives us,
Awesome.
and the help with Doug Simmons too. It's like. But as far as like CSW goes, it's the best in the Midwest, man.
Cool.
Hands down.
Cool. People will get to see that in action.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with that Taste of Gold match.
And you wrestle all kinds of guys, veterans.
Oh yeah,
what you're telling me.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You don't know who you're gonna be paired up with.
Oh man, no, you don't.
What kind of guy do you like to wrestle? Do you like to wrestle the big guys? Is that you like that impact, or you rather like a younger, a smaller?
It's actually
guy.
It's actually not what I expected.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I remember, tell a little story. We did a show in I forget the part where we were or whatever, but it was a show with X-Pac.
Okay.
X-Pac was a special guest and everything. And I knew I was on the show and everything, and there was rumors that I was going to be in a triple threat with Doug Preston and Bulletproof Bo Anderson. And I'm thinking it wasn't for sure, but it was rumored, So we get there and everything. We're sitting there, and J.W. Lovely was going to be in a tag match. Well, was supposed to be in a tag match with Ricky the Janitor against Elite Payne, Marco Anthony, and Hunter Payne.
Right.
But Ricky ended up not showing up for some reason. I forget what it was, but so they're like, so Boz comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're going to be in a tag match with J.W. Lovely." I'm like, "Okay, great. Who are we facing?" "Oh, Elite Payne." I was like, my face turned white.
Oh, wow.
Like I was, because I mean, Hunter's a big guy, and I'm not really a big guy either. I'm pretty small and scrawny.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So that got scrapped.
Yeah. So I'm like, holy.
But he's a veteran.
Yeah. He's been around. So like as soon as he said that, it turned white and oh shit, my pants. So I'm like, oh man. So. But the match itself, though, it actually went like really good. Like it was safe and everything, and if I ever had a chance to wrestle Hunter Payne again, I'd do it.
Awesome.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes those big guys, especially the veterans, hey, wasn't
that
what you're expecting, and they sell, you obviously they'll sell for you too. And
for sure. I mean,
it puts you over when it's a bigger guy, For you.
And the same thing goes for Marco Anthony, man. I mean, he's awesome in the ring too. I mean, safe.
Definitely. These are names that when I was growing up,
I
heard about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
that's a long time ago. These guys have been here 20 plus years in the Chicagoland area.
I mean, a lot of times you got to think too. It's like a lot of the vets now. I mean, some of them, they're not going to go in there and try to kill you.
No.
Right. I mean,
the whole point is to use everybody to make some money, have a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As long as it's entertaining and everything, it's it's all good.
Sure.
As long as it's a good match too, it's all
exactly.
good. So
cool. People can check that out on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I've watched.
It's on
I've watched
YouTube.
the Hunter Tame John Thompson match. Really good match too.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
So,
man.
There's been some really really fun matches there. So you
Yeah.
can check it out. Check out Kidd Twizt on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
So my next question for you, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What is your dream match? Anybody currently wrestling? Who would you wrestle? Just like a guy, man, you idolize, a man crush. If you will. Who would it be?
I don't know, man. That's a tough question. There's quite a few actually.
Yeah.
I'll
name a few. That's
I'll
fine.
name a couple. If I could get CM Punk out of retirement, that'd be cool.
Oh wow, nice.
That'd be cool if I can get him out of retirement.
South Side versus North Side.
Oh yeah, Sox versus Cubs, man.
Yeah.
For sure. That'd be awesome match actually.
Yeah,
There's Wrestling's Crosstown Classic right there.
Exactly.
Punk,
Wow.
if you're listening, dude.
Yeah, well, it's his voice of the Voiceless.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Punk would probably definitely be one. John Thompson would be definitely one.
Okay,
That's
cool.
that's awesome. Preston said socks suck. No, but John Thompson is definitely one. Steve Boz is definitely one. I wrestled under Pain already.
Right.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Undertaker.
Yes.
It's got to be Undertaker.
Definitely. The 25th anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Survivor Series. I'm definitely going to be watching.
John Thompson said the same thing. That was his answer.
Yeah. Man, definitely Undertaker, man.
wow, yeah.
Steve Austin. You know,
Yeah, if he could
Steve
come-
Austin,
yeah,
if he comes out of
definitely.
retirement, probably beat my ass, but, you know. But, yeah, Steve Austin.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to take a stunner from Stone Cold?
Oh,
right?
man.
That makes you famous right there.
Oh yeah, if you take a stunner from Austin, man, it's awesome. your career's made,
Exactly.
you know. But the best stunner cell I've ever seen though is obviously The Rock,
Yeah.
you know, and Santino's was awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he takes a stunner and
Oh, yes, definitely. I
yeah,
remember that.
that's awesome. But yeah, Austin's one. There's a lot, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Doug Preston, if I can get him in a singles match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if
Cool.
I can get him in a singles match, that'd be awesome.
Hey, that's some great
But then
names.
again, but then again, me and Preston and Chris Miller were doing kind of like a 3-man tag thing going on called the Strays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Southland, and we're managed by Johnny Wild
Okay.
and everything. So yeah, I mean, plug in the Strays.
Okay. Cool, man.
You know, so yeah.
It's cool to have a posse.
Oh
You got a
yeah,
little
man.
bit.
I remember when I found out, it was exciting, man. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that helps a lot, you know.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do a tag team, man.
Look at what
It's
they
awesome.
for the Shield, man, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, that's what I thought too. It's like, are we gonna be like CSW Shield except smaller? You know, I mean, because I'm definitely not as jacked up as Roman.
Right.
You know, I mean, Doug's kind of similar to Dean Ambrose except skinnier, version, and Chris Miller's Chris Miller.
Yeah. Gotcha. And look, Josh says, believe that.
Yeah,
Awesome,
there you go.
Awesome. Well, we're having a great time here on the Voice of Voiceling Wrestling podcast. I want to thank John Liptack for being on the show, Kidd Twizt.
No problem, man.
And,
No problem.
You know, I want to ask you if there's anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, anybody you'd like to thank.
Everybody in CSW, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for getting in the ring with me. You know, teaching me lessons and whatnot. Everybody in CSW, all my friends. My friends from high school, obviously, they support everything I do. My family, my sisters, my father, mother, and everybody, they support it. I want to thank them too. I want to thank her too. She's putting up with me. Just everybody in CSW, my CSW family, friends, family, and everything. Yeah.
Definitely. Hey,
Yeah.
it's great having you on, and still keep being on the show. We're going to talk about Survivor Series.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Predictions and some of the other stuff, and we're going to have David Herro. We're going to give him a call.
All right, cool.
So he'll be on the show as well.
Alrighty.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back on.
All right.
Well, Sean Lennon, we're back here on the Voice of the Voiceless Professional Wrestling Podcast, and right now, my guest at this time is David Herro. David Herro is the promoter of the Great Lakes Championship Wrestling, and he's promoting the event Blizzard Brawl. And Blizzard Brawl 11, it comes your way December 5th in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And he's got a big match coming up against Abyss.
It's actually in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Oh, Waukesha,
This is,
Wisconsin.
20 minutes west of Milwaukee.
Okay,
And,
my apologies.
Yeah, I got a Abyss coming up in a little over 2.5 weeks, so it should be interesting.
Awesome. Tell us about what the fans can expect at Blizzard Brawl, and of course, when you take on Abyss, the monster, the company is on the line as well.
Yeah, I've been doing wrestling events for the last 19 years, since 1996. And this is the 11th annual Blizzard Brawl. And basically what it is Blizzard Brawl is a fan fest, it's an autograph signings and appearances and meet and greets with pro wrestling going into it. And it's very family. It's a very intimate setting where the fans, can come and with 90% of all the talents that are going to be there are going to be available before the show, during intermission, after, where they're selling autographed 8x10s and doing photo ops with everybody. And it's a very family-friendly experience where you get to go up and meet and greet, shake hands, and hug, and whatever you want with some of your favorite wrestling stars. You can put the attitude to encourage guys up at TNA.
Awesome, awesome. And you've got a great lineup this year, man. You've got China. She's going to be the main attraction.
Yeah, I've been talking to China back and forth for the last couple of years while she was in Japan. I've known China since '98, and she's always been great. Of course, she's been working through all of her stuff, and she hasn't been back to the Midwest area, especially in Milwaukee for quite some time. So I got the opportunity to bring in the ninth wonder of the world. It's like, gosh, a lot of people have stuff. So it's going to be great to have China there. It's going to be interesting, and she's looking forward to coming back and meeting all her fans.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. It comes December 5th, Blizzard Brawl 11 in is it Washtenaw, Wisconsin?
It's called Waukesha.
Waukesha, Wisconsin. My apologies.
Yeah.
So,
it's at the Waukesha County Expo Center. You can get about 2,000 people in that building. So we're looking forward to trying to sell it all.
Awesome, awesome. We can't wait. David, thanks again for being on the Voice of the Voiceless Professional Wrestling Podcast. Anybody you'd like to thank out there and, any shout-outs?
Well, I appreciate all the super friends for all their support with the Pro Wrestling Report, Lately Championship Wrestling, and, all the different adventures and all the different shenanigans that we do going forward. And, the stuff we do, I've always been a wrestling fan, and I was a wrestling fan first, and I haven't forgot what it was like to be a fan and to want to beat the guys I grew up watching on TV. And, with what I've been doing, I've been very fortunate enough to have those opportunities. And now it's just, I want to give the other fans a chance to meet, greet, and have memories and experiences with, all of their favorites as well.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you put together a great event, and we can't wait to see you perform against Abyss.
Yeah, it should be interesting. If I lose, I got to quit wrestling altogether.
Oh, wow.
I've been doing a lot of training. I'm actually on my way down to Maryville, Indiana, train with Al Snow for a little bit today and tomorrow. So trying to kick off as much ring rust as I can. My last match was 9 years ago.
Oh, really?
So I'm trying to get back into some sort of ring shape.
Oh,
it's not as easy as I remember. Especially being 43, it was a lot easier when I was in my 30s.
Oh, definitely. Wow, wow. Hey, congratulations on making that comeback, and best of luck.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys up there at Blizzard Brawl.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. Voice of the Voiceless will be represented, and can't wait. It's going to be a very exciting night.
Sounds great, guys.
Thank you very much for being on the Voice of the Voiceless. Take care. You too. Well, that was Dave Herro. He is the promoter and, of course, professional wrestler. He's making a comeback.
Against Abyss. Abyss, that's awesome.
Yeah, what a match to have him to make your comeback against, right?
Right. He said Maryville, Indiana. That's actually close to where I'm at.
Oh,
actually.
okay. Yeah, he's training there, and obviously it's going to be.
It might be at maybe the UFC gym, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
there's
cool.
There's one on that main highway.
Cool.
Right there. That's actually pretty cool. I actually went there on accident one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How did they treat a professional wrestler?
Well, I walked in there because I was looking for me and my buddy. We were actually looking for a hookah bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were looking for a hookah bar. We couldn't find it, so I was like, let's stop in the UFC gym or whatever. And we walk in and everything, and we're like, where's this hookah bar? And it was actually like next door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're back on the Periscope.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we wanted to take a break, make sure the call came through with David Herro, but can't wait for that event. China's going to be there. Scotty Chapati, Tommy Dreamer.
Oh man, actually, you know it's a cool story about Tommy Dreamer. I actually I hit him up on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I asked him can you critique one of my matches for me?
Wow.
And everything, and he actually sent me his email and everything, and he's like, yeah, I'll critique it and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So I sent him. I sent him the match and everything, and he gave me his honest opinion on it.
Awesome.
And I was like, man, that's freaking awesome. I got
positive.
Positive, but there was also stuff I need to work on.
That's what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, like before.
It's encouraging.
Before I used to wear vinyl baggy shorts,
right?
And now I upgraded to tights because he told me to go to tights because it looks Indie-ish,
right.
So it's like, all right,
definitely. Again,
Yeah, that's another person I got to thank. Tommy Dreamer.
You can still wear the trunks when you come out.
Oh yeah,
the shorts when you come out and then take it off.
Yeah. But I gave my shorts away.
Right, definitely. I remember John Cena. He was the only one that could rock the shorts.
Oh man, if you think,
I remember one guy stopped wearing shorts because of.
No, but if you think about it though, when John Cena first came to WWE, he had the freaking biker shorts and everything, and now it's like He wore those.
I know. Well, he has like about a couple hundred pairs of those.
Yeah, but I think they
different designs
represented
and
like the
colors.
local sports teams. And stuff.
Oh yes,
so,
yes, he did. Do
I thought that was
remember
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That's
Yeah.
why he had like 100 pairs. 200
Yeah, I
pairs.
know. I'm like, man, that's a crap ton of freaking tights, man.
He probably still got them too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, but I remember like Jamie Noble wore the shorts, and then they took the shorts off of him completely.
Yeah.
He's not going with trunks. Go John Cena did the
Yeah,
whole gimmick.
exactly. But that's when he was doing like that trailer park
hip hop
dude.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
Oh,
but
no, yeah,
Jamie
Jamie,
Noble.
yeah.
with Nydia and
Yes,
everything.
yeah.
Oh, back in the day, I had a
remember
crush
that.
on Nydia.
Oh yeah,
I had a
Definitely, me
yeah,
too.
I had a crush on Nydia, Trish Stratus,
Oh, yeah.
Lita.
Well, that's what I was talking to Faye about. Like my top divas always is Trish. Lita,
Oh, yeah.
you know, Stacy and
Yeah,
Flores around there.
yeah. Oh,
Victoria, of course. Have you ever been to the Squared Circle restaurant?
No, I've
Oh,
always wanted to
man.
go and everything.
Well, you have to
but-
come. I'm doing a little thing for my birthday. So
Oh,
I'll
okay.
invite you, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
I'll-
you're welcome to come out there and watch Raw. Unfortunately, Lisa's not with the restaurant anymore.
Yeah, I know the situation. That's kind of messed
yeah,
up.
so
You know,
we'll keep it at that. But yeah, you're welcome to join.
Yeah, for sure, man. For
Check
sure.
out Raw. So you're a big WWE fan. Tell us about
Oh man.
what do you think about the 25th anniversary of the Survivor Series? The Undertaker is going to make his return. I mean, obviously after the last pay-per-view, but it's his 25th, year.
Yeah,
Doing this.
Man, I don't know, man. I mean, you already know he's gonna be with Kane.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be like a Survivor Series,
Yes.
like a 4-on-4, or maybe it'd be a 2-on-4.
Right.
I mean, it's a Brothers Destruction, man. Come on.
I know it is. They're not giving us too many details here. 2 weeks out, we're trying to help.
Yeah, no, they've
predict it.
been doing that a lot lately. haven't they?
There's not really many matches announced except for like Paige versus Charlotte.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
you
the
know,
Divas title.
Charlotte, she's good.
Yeah.
But I'm not too big of a fan.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I
maybe
get
it's because she just looks like Flair.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I look at her, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, she's got Flair's face.
I know. But she's a good athlete.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
of course.
no.
I was actually gonna steal
Yeah.
her finisher one time, but
Oh, which one?
The one where
The
you're
DDT she does?
No,
or-
no.
oh.
I think this was like in the beginning of her
Oh,
career.
okay.
It was like she did some kind of flip over somebody's
Oh,
head.
yeah,
like,
I
it was
remember
like-
that one.
It was
Yes,
kind of like
I know that.
like a flip RKO.
Yes,
almost.
kind of like a throwback from Cena.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
That-
I remember she doesn't do that too
Yeah,
much anymore.
yeah, I know.
I remember
I
that was her finisher.
Yeah, I was gonna do it, but I kept freaking flipping to the side and everything. And Steve's like, "No, just figure something else out."
Well, one of my favorite is Paige, and I think
I like Paige,
she's,
too.
she's definitely the top diva right now for many people. And
Oh, yeah.
my favorite right now. Like
I-
I said,
I-
all-time list,
I
not
think-
quite there yet, but
I think she should be women's champion.
I do too,
know,
and
I-
I hope she gets it done. But I believe that this.
I
point,
agree.
Yeah, we want Sasha. Too,
I agree.
yes.
I'm a big fan of Sasha Banks.
Yes,
Big
but
fan.
I believe at this point we are going to see we're going to see Paige probably chase the title from Charlotte. Maybe something a big win at Royal Rumble, or it may be at WrestleMania. But I believe WrestleMania they need to get Sasha involved. I'd love to see a triple threat between Paige, Charlotte, and Sasha, or even if they put Nikki in a Fatal 4. I don't have any qualms about that.
That'd actually be cool
Yeah.
because I'm actually going to WressleMania this year.
Well, that's what we're doing too.
Yeah, we're going to.
That's why
yeah.
we were late. We were trying to transfer some money.
Right.
I was like, I'm late. I'm sorry, but I know you'll understand.
Right, yeah. Me and
Yeah.
Doug are going.
Awesome.
Me, Doug,
You got
his
the
girlfriend, and
tickets.
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, we're getting ours today, and with Faye over here, we're gonna check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So
man.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, I haven't been since they came to Chicago.
I actually never been to a WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so
first time.
this is
Nice.
my WrestleMania debut
Excellent.
in Texas.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know.
hell yeah, it'll be like a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
It is. It's gonna be like a big attendance record.
Oh
so,
yeah,
it's
it's at the
must go to event.
Cowboy Stadium, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
So that's the match announced, and I've got Charlotte winning. I think Paige will get it later on. I see it's going to be a close match. Something fluky might happen, where like the referee inadvertently screws Paige, making even her more pissed off.
There you go. Make it like another 1997, situation at Survivor
exactly.
Series. I mean, Survivor Series kind of has that vibe
Yeah.
to it. It's like 1997, Bret Hart.
Exactly. Something
You know?
something screwy is going to happen where
Yeah,
Paige's got
but
the momentum and
I don't know.
take it away.
I would have to agree with that though because
Yeah.
I mean, because I believe Paige is going for like I've been screwed and
Right,
everything. So it's like, yeah, she's gonna keep building up to that, and then
Yeah.
she's finally gonna get it, and then
Yeah,
you know, ta-da.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
But Sasha Banks definitely needs to be involved.
Definitely.
So-
Definitely.
so-
Hopefully, somehow later down the road.
Oh yeah,
So you've got Charlotte too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with
very
Charlotte.
Cool. And then the other matches I'm not too sure of. I know Kevin Owens is probably going to defend the Intercontinental title, and the new guy he's aiming after. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man. Me personally, I'm always gonna go with Kevin Owens.
Me too.
He's
Me
amazing.
too. But isn't it? He's now having a feud with Ziggler. Was it or I forget?
I don't
You're
know.
not fake. Can you be our fact checker? Who is Kevin Owens feuding with?
Feuding with a little bit of everybody.
But who was the one recently?
Was it Neville?
Might have been Neville.
Neville is
I
the.
think it was
I
Neville.
thought it was Dolph.
No,
No.
Dolph has that whole Tyler
Okay,
Breeze
so
Yeah.
do you mind if we can pull up the card and see what's
thing. The only
listed?
thing on the card right now is you have to first wait till the tournament is
Okay.
Once the tournament's over with, 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10 it's going to be Dolph versus Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
obviously,
that,
yeah.
now that
Yeah.
match would actually be pretty badass.
I think so too. I like
You know,
Tyler Breeze's work.
Yeah.
I mean, his gimmick is out there.
They kind of look like brothers, don't they?
They do look alike. Yeah. How would you see winning this one?
Ziggler.
Ziggler.
Yeah.
I've got.
I mean, Tyler Breeze just came up.
I think Breeze is gonna get the win. man.
Really?
Just to give
No,
him
the
momentum.
reason why I think Ziggler is because Breeze just came up.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna put Breeze over
Right.
at a pay per view
Right.
against
And Ziggler
against
lost
Dolph
last
Ziggler.
month too.
It happened
Right.
with Fandango, though.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who did Fandango beat again?
Jericho.
Jericho.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Mania.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I think Tyler Breeze could win it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe.
The
I mean,
beauty shot right out of
Someone will
nowhere.
get involved somehow.
maybe a
Yes.
little bit the selfie stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beauty shot will come out of nowhere, and I believe Tyler gets it done.
Right.
And again, something screwy might happen to the referee. You
Right.
never know either.
Exactly.
Some of it's communication, and all of a sudden we've got Tyler Breeze with a big win
Mhm.
in his pay-per-view debut.
Yeah. I mean that'll be history.
Yeah.
I mean, beating Dolph Ziggler. I mean, Ziggler's a big name.
Yeah.
You know, they just need to push him.
Exactly.
know?
So we're going to see more develop. We're trying our best to predict and
Yeah.
not really a lot of details right now. And what do you think of the whole thing about Seth Rollins, man? I mean, getting hurt at this point, this is like going to the playoffs without your starting quarterback.
It's horrible. You know, it's horrible because you're champ.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you've worked basically your whole life for it and everything. And,
Definitely.
And he wins at the main event of WrestleMania.
Right.
Against his former tag partner in Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and then what are we in November now? And how many months
Yeah.
is that?
It's been 11,
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, 2 hours of sleep. I can't do no math. But yeah, and then for it to go out like that, that's just
Yes,
man.
it was such a bad break,
Yeah,
And
I thought you joined already. I
I
thought
hey, dog.
he's like in and out.
yeah, what's
he's
going
like-
on there, man?
he's actually
what are you
going-
watching now?
He's actually coming to my house today
Oh,
for
cool.
because
Well,
I'm gonna be cooking.
Awesome. Well, you have to bring him on the podcast next.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
right.
Doug, come on the podcast, man.
There you go. I just plugged your name. You should thank me.
Well, he was here when John came here.
Oh well.
Yeah, he was.
I'm in.
He was doing the Periscope duties.
Yeah, right.
He said he's in. It's
But
awesome.
yeah, Seth Rollins though, man, he's awesome. I
Yeah,
love his work.
me too.
That's another dream match
And,
for me
you
too.
know,
Seth
Oh
Rollins.
yes,
for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he was in the indie scene just like 5 years ago. You know.
Yeah, I know, and to see
Yeah,
where he's at
crazy.
now, you know, and man,
Yeah.
It's
I
awesome.
remember a story I could tell you, and I'm going to swear. He was in this match, and that was my first time at AAW show. And I'm going to swear out there, guys, and I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. He got thrown into the audience by, it was Danny Daniels, did
Okay.
a senton flip
oh damn.
off the turnbuckle into the crowd, and he flew 3 rows where I was staying at my feet, and I was yelling, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" at his face. He was like this, not even looking up. His eyes were closed. He said, "Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!" So there's a SAFA moment for you, and I don't swear often, but
Oh, man.
that's to quote Tyler Black, Seth Rollins. Fuck!
No.
Fuck! And at my feet, he was fuck, and I was holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. You can actually see on the DVD where I like jumped.
Man,
Right, he
I-
was literally on my feet.
The stuff.
Can't believe the WWE champion was at my feet, man. I could have
Yeah.
stomped him. I
Yeah, I know. You could even touched his hair, man. I mean,
know, man. Exactly.
no, but you know what, man? The stuff he does in the ring,
Yeah.
It's amazing, but I mean,
that was my first indie show too.
was it really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, damn, that's an experience.
First non-WWE show.
Yeah, and it was Seth Rollins of all
Exactly.
people, you know. That's
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember. Actually, I remember Abyss when he was with Windy City Pro Wrestling.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
everything.
So I saw him when he
That
was
was
there
like-
a few years ago too.
Yeah, I was like terrified.
We were talking about the 5 years ago.
No, when I was younger.
Oh,
And-
he was a regular there.
Yeah, because
Was that
I saw him a couple times.
Yeah,
there.
I went 5 years ago when they were at the Ford Toyota Stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh
that the
wow.
one?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
This is one. It was actually probably 10 minutes from my house. It was the Windy
Oh,
City
wow.
Windy City Pro Wrestling. I think they just called it the studio
Yeah.
or whatever. But I remember.
Legacy Pro.
I remember when he came out and everything. I was like terrified of him.
Right.
Yeah, I mean he's a big dude. Yeah, you know, and he's coming out with like a mask and everything.
I
and
know
was
he
like,
is fighting like and on TV, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but
he
he's.
is.
I've
He
met
is.
him.
I think in like the Butcher, man, like you know, something
Yeah,
this high.
but I
Well,
met him, man. He's the
It's a horror
nicest
story
guy.
in real life, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
the nicest guy, man. I often compare him to Mick Foley a lot of times.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Mankind.
Yeah.
Mick Foley's freaking.
Never got the
nice.
chance to meet him, but he was pretty intimidating.
What,
So-
Mick Foley?
Oh,
or Abyss?
Abyss. Yeah, I did meet Mick like 3 times.
Oh, I met Mick when WrestleMania Access was out here in Schaumburg
Yes,
for WrestleMania 24
Oh yeah.
and everything. Yeah, it was him and Candice Michelle there.
I've
Yeah,
gone
Candice
2 of
Michelle. I'm
oh,
going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
you
met
know?
him the day before at his book signing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I met Mick Foley. He's the nicest guy
Cool.
I've ever.
Yeah, me too.
He's really nice.
I
Al
actually
Snow
met-
says the same thing.
Yeah, I've actually met him 3 times. I got his book signed at, and then later when he was TNA, I got his book signed, and in the hotel.
Oh,
I met him
nice.
too, and got him to sign my program. He's
Oh.
like, "Didn't you get an autograph, kid?" He actually remembered me.
Yeah, it's like, wait, I remember you.
No, pretty much.
Drops
yeah.
the flying elbow on you and
I
everything.
know, man. Yeah, exactly. Pro wrestlers, man, they're nuts.
Yeah,
so,
that's
but no, he
awesome.
was cool when I met him, and he just didn't want to be bothered. But
Yeah, one
Got-
person
got
I
it all,
actually
bro.
wish I did meet though was Owen Hart.
oh yeah, me
Yeah,
too, man.
I-
He was-
I-
you know, they had that
yeah.
DVD coming out. It's
Yeah,
gonna be pretty cool.
I can't wait for that, man, because it's like I remember
Right.
when it happened.
And the whole
you know?
talk is the Hall of Fame. Why has he not been inducted Hall of Fame?
It's his
the
wife.
Right, the wife.
It's
you
his
know.
wife, and
It's
Bret
all right.
Hart even went on record about it, saying like he doesn't agree with it at all. It was an
Right,
accident.
right.
It's not like Vince purposely like
Right,
set it up so he could
right.
fall and kill him.
Right, I know it was.
You
I
know, but-
maybe one day, hopefully,
Yeah,
it'll come to terms.
I mean, I'm
and
hoping.
we can
I
get him
hope
in there.
it'll be
He'll
this
getting
year.
there. Yeah,
you
I
know?
am too.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Same with
it'll
British
be-
Bulldog. I did sign a
That-
petition for
yeah,
that, an online petition. And
Yeah, I'd be
I'm
on
not
that.
sure.
I'd be on that if I knew how to sign
Oh
it.
yeah. I'll give you the link.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Because
it's a lot of wrestlers have signed it too. Stevie Richards, Blue Meanie, and
Yeah,
a lot
he's-
of them.
he's
and
definitely
we don't
gotta be
know
on.
why. And I know, oh well, they're not going to listen to the petition. WWE doesn't give a crap. I understand. I mean, a friend of mine said that. Doesn't give a fuck about. But you know what? It shows support to sign it, and I believe
Yeah.
you should sign it. It's just like the Nick Diaz. 5
right,
years suspension.
right.
And I think in my mind, if you support it, sign it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Davey
It's
Boy
online
Smith.
takes a few seconds.
Yeah, the fact that Davey Boy Smith is not in the Hall of Fame yet,
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a crime.
Right.
Because
I
I mean,
agree.
he was the best, one of the best wrestlers in the
Yes.
'90s, along with like Bret Hart,
Yeah,
Owen Hart, and
yeah.
everything. My favorite match, hands down, though, is between him and Owen Hart for the European Championship in Berlin.
Yes.
That match was just awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Summer. Wait, was it in
It
Germany?
was a Raw.
It was a Raw.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. I think it was like the only Raw they broadcast in Germany.
Right. Oh wow.
It was back in '97.
Ah, look at that! You're
Oh,
you're
dude.
old school.
Oh man. Oh hell yeah, man. I watch
That's
Attitude
awesome.
Era and everything.
Yeah, me too. Man.
Attitude
that's
rules,
cool,
man.
man. And they also wrestled in Chicago in a steel cage match. I think it was the first.
That was
event-
94. That was before I was born, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, prior to that.
I was in the womb.
That's dating me back.
Yeah.
I didn't actually go, but a friend of mine went, and I heard it was the first event in United Center, and they
Yeah, I know, but
never been back there.
Yeah, but I think it should go back there though, because
I
I mean,
would.
no offense,
No, yeah.
no offense to Rosemont and Rising,
Right,
well,
right,
Allstate Arena, but no offense to that, but I mean, it's a good building, but
I heard
think-
it was basically because of that event they charged him too much or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, but I also
Yeah.
heard too is that they actually
Prefer the location.
no, I think they had like some kind of deal with WCW too.
Oh
United
yeah,
Center.
that was it. Was yeah.
Yeah, and I think that kinda
because I went there
pissed
for a couple of
WWE off.
WCW events.
Yeah, I never been to a WCW
Oh,
event,
yeah.
but
they were fun.
Yeah, were they?
they were good. I did go to the one event you need to look back at is Spring Stampede 2010. I know
No.
we're rambling. We're not getting to the Survivor Series predictions yet.
Right.
but
Segue.
check it out on the WWE Network. It's Spring Stampede 2000, not 2010. My bad. 2000.
That was at United Center, wasn't it?
Yeah, United
it
Center.
was.
I was at that event, and it featured a no shortage of about 15 matches because every
Really?
title was on the line.
No kidding.
It's like wrestling for people with ADD because like if you're not in a match, or 2 minutes later you have another one.
Right.
They had all the titles were on the line except the world title, which was vacated as well, and it was a main event between Jeff Jarrett and Diamond Dallas Page. But every time going the tag team titles, the cruiserweight title, the hardcore title was a scheduled match.
Yeah.
But every other bout, the U.S. title, all were four man or 4-team tournaments.
No kidding.
And I got to see Flair wrestle, even though he didn't even have his tights on. He was in a shirt and pants, and he won the belts with Lex Luger that night.
I saw Flair wrestle once. It was back in 2008. It was before WrestleMania 24.
Yeah.
I think he was in a steel cage match with Shawn
Michaels.
Michaels.
Actually, they lost. They lost.
Yeah,
that.
you were there. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
And like I think Flair or Shawn Michaels was bleeding.
Oh yeah,
or something like that.
No, we had the Spring Stampede. I think Flair and Luger lost.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think he was teaming with like Shawn Michaels. No, he wasn't teaming with Shawn Michaels because he wrestled Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. That wouldn't make any sense.
You're talking about I know the SmackDown.
Yeah.
He did team with Michaels.
Oh, did he?
They did. I was supposed to go to that event, and I sold my ticket after that. I was
Oh
like,
man,
no, my friend didn't want to go.
It was
Clyde. If you're listening, it's your fault we weren't there because I sold
man.
my ticket that before they announced that match on Monday.
You actually want to hear the story?
It was already sold. Like I announced the guy said I'm coming by to pick it up.
Yeah.
I was like, and then he actually called me afterwards. Dude, I want to go.
You actually want to hear the story how I found
go
out
ahead.
wrestling is
yeah.
Well,
so was it from that event?
No. It was 2002, so I was 7 years old, I think.
Yeah.
And it was the night where Hulk Hogan and the NWO beat up The Rock and hit the ambulance with a semi and everything. Yeah. Well, I was there. So when it was happening and everything, I'm like screaming. I'm like, no, and everything. Like I basically had tears,
right?
Because it's The Rock. I'm thinking like they're actually like killing The Rock. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like The Rock?
Right, exactly.
So then I'm like, no. And then the guy that was in the row in front of me turns around. And he's like, he's not in there. It's all fake. No. Yeah. It like crushed my dreams.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Now that I think about it, I'm like, asshole. You know what I'm saying?
We all have to find out some way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
for me, it took a while because I stopped watching and I watched again, and I know I was a teenager and I literally still thought it was real because I stopped watching and.
Well, Great Khali thought it was real too before he actually started training for it.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was like the storylines were fake and the storylines were predetermined, but like the actual wrestling, I thought was real.
Well, the contact, though. I mean, the contact.
Yeah, for sure.
Contact is like dead on.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
And
I was kind of naive, and then you can't perform these moves, or else it looks like UFC. It's it's gonna
right.
It's not gonna be a wrestling match.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man, I don't know, man. I was like crushed that day. I remember asking my mom, I was like, "Is it really fake?" And then she's like, "Yeah, it's fake." I was like, man.
I know you believe it too. It's
just, I know. I'm like, oh man,
they're bad those days.
Like The Rock is gonna die. Yeah.
Fake is a bad term.
Yeah, fake is a bad term.
That's why I try to say predetermined.
Yeah, it's staged. You know what I'm saying?
Staged,
but like the contact and everything, like the impact.
Like Seth Rollins said, I train like an athlete. I eat like an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're trained for a reason.
Exactly.
If it was fake, then you could just walk in there like, well, I bounced around on the mattress, like
Yeah, you'd have you'd have it at your local gym.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
unsupervised.
I have a photo of when I was training one time,
right.
And I'm giving a shout out to Keelan Wendorf because you're the one who did it to me.
But, he actually went to this school.
Oh yeah! Oh really?
Yeah, he's a graduate of Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
No kidding.
Yeah, I know. He actually lost the belt to another guy who went to the school as well, Joe Cerna.
No.
Lumac.
Wow. That's a small world.
At Anarchy Pro Wrestling that was happened this past month.
Wow, I did not know that.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah, because I was thinking when we walked in here, I was like, Keelan went to media school.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But so me and Keelan were training one day, and he forgot to put his elbow pads on.
Oh.
So I forget what the spot was, but I was supposed to duck his clothesline. Mm-hmm. Well, when you throw a clothesline, you're supposed to throw it a certain way.
Right.
And he went like this, and I ducked it, and it hit my head.
Oh,
yeah.
Ouch.
It's real.
You saved that guy.
It's not ketchup.
It's good that you saved that.
It's real.
Oh, wow. That's the hard way.
Yeah, it is the hard way.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was back in January, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I didn't even know until Chris Miller was actually there, and then like I stop and everything because I'm like dazed. I'm like, I just got hit in the head and everything, and so I'm leaning on the ropes and I'm like sweating as it is and everything, and I just hear Chris Miller go, "Holy shit!" and I'm like this. I'm like, and then I see the blood. I'm like, oh my god! And then I feel it coming down my face. It's getting all over the ring. And so I run outside to get some air and everything, and
it's just a mess.
Yeah, and then Boz comes out and checks on me. He's like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine," And then he looks at Keelan and he's like, "Get some freaking tissue. You're the one who busted him open," So Keelan had to like clean my head off with water.
At least he was kind enough to do that. Wow.
And I remember calling her and everything because she's not good with blood at all. I remember calling her and I'm like. I'm gonna tell you right now, so you're not surprised when I get home and like faint and everything. But I had a little accident at training today, and then she's like, "What happened? What happened?" I'm like, "You'll just see when you get home. I just had an accident." So I pull up and everything. She's waiting for me outside.
Right. First aid kit.
Yeah, and then Keelan jumps out of the car and goes like, "Don't kill me. It was an accident," And I had a hoodie on and I took my hoodie off and then it was like the gash and everything, and she was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Oh my!" And I'm like, "It was an accident. Relax." But she did it like a champ though. Like she cleaned it for me and everything,
cool.
and I had to wear a shower cap that day. The rubber ducky shower cap that she bought me. I didn't even know. I opened the box. I'm like, "It's a rubber ducky one with a bow on it." I'm like, "What is this?" Pro wrestler wearing a rubber ducky shower cap,
Right. Wow. Hey, that's cool though.
Yeah,
It's a story, man.
Yeah.
Just add it to your novel.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Add that to your book, Doug.
Exactly. Wow. Exactly. That shows you, man, that hey, just by training you can get hurt. I mean, I've had friends who've done, wrestling training. I know a girl, she just got slammed by a huge dude, and her back is just messed up, Yeah, it's not messed up, but literally, she probably has some long-term effects from it, Rubber ducky boy. I love
Rubber
it.
ducky boy. All right.
Asshole. And this business is, it's just not for everybody, man. It's fun, man.
No.
I mean, everybody would love to wrestle. I'd love to get in there, but, it's a commitment.
It's
a
tough, man. I mean, you gotta train, you gotta work out, you gotta eat right and everything.
Sure.
You basically gotta eat, breathe, and sleep it.
Right.
You got and nothing's gonna be handed to you.
Yes,
you
definitely.
gotta earn, your spot and everything. Little by little, I'm still earning, stuff within the business and everything. But I mean, you gotta work hard at it and everything. Don't take anything for granted. Listen. Don't disrespect anybody.
Sure.
If somebody has advice for you and everything, take it. Try
just
it.
like every other profession you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
That you might take,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of rookies nowadays, because like I've seen it on Twitter too.
Right.
Because a lot of rookies these days just things like just because they're a wrestler.
Right.
And they actually wrestled their first show, they think they're like all badass now.
Right.
No, you gotta earn your keep in the company.
Definitely.
You can't just go around thinking like, "Oh, I'm a badass now," and disrespect anybody, because that's how you get your ass kicked.
Exactly.
That's how you get in shoot fights in the ring. So
exactly.
You just gotta listen to vets and everything.
Definitely.
Listen to what they tell you.
That's cool, man.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Earn your spot. Don't expect
sure.
to get handed to you. Work for
Definitely.
it.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad that you're on the right way. And
yeah, for sure.
Able to do it. And
Yeah.
and want to congratulate you guys for being also for your first child, right?
Yeah, it is my first. Yeah, we're gonna have a boy
Okay.
due in January.
Oh, congratulations, still.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a,
Yeah,
He's in your
he's already doing drop kicks in there.
oh,
so-
he's getting ready.
yeah, hey, if he wants to, I'll train him. I'm not gonna be like no.
Right, definitely.
If he wants to do it, then go ahead.
And we're seeing, the success of all these wrestlers, with their children nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, and
Yeah, for sure.
it's crazy. Like, how would
Cody
it be
Rhodes?
crazy to grow up and then you were in Andre the Giant's lap? Seems like all of them were on Andre the Giant's lap.
I know. I mean, that'd be freaking awesome. If that was me, but
Macho Man, all these, know.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting,
yeah.
just to see that.
Right.
Cool.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, if my dad was a wrestler, that'd be awesome.
Exactly.
But my dad doesn't watch
Hey,
wrestling, so.
it might be your son or daughter.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like I said,
be around those classic characters.
Yeah, but also
we'll be classic characters in the future.
Right.
Could you imagine like your son or child was on Bray Wyatt's lap?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it'd be like, you see that picture? That's you and Bray Wyatt.
Exactly. He looks old too. He looks like he's in his 40s.
I know, but he's only 28 years old
he's
or
younger
something
than
like
me.
that.
I know, it's crazy.
I know. You know what he kind of looks like though? Honestly, and even when he was like husky hairs, he looks like Ralph Cramden from the Honeymooners and everything. I'm like, man. What?
He does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's awesome though, man.
What about the beard?
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to do it myself.
Yeah.
I don't know how I could do it. I respect him for that. I don't know how I could do that, but I tried it myself.
It's
I couldn't
hot,
do it.
probably.
Oh man, they get food stuck in it and everything.
I know. Whenever I see a guy that has a long beard like that, white guy, I'm like, he's the next Wyatt family member.
Oh man,
I
was driving to work. I was driving to work one day, and I was I'm waiting at a stoplight and everything, and this guy, he was a monk. Because where I work, it's by Notre Dame.
Yeah.
In South Bend and everything, and he was walking across the street. I'm like, I wonder if he watches wrestling. Because it's like he's got the big old effing beard and everything. And I'm like, he walks into school. He's like, we're here.
We're here. Exactly.
That's awesome.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, a friend of mine's got a long beard named Jason, so I give him the name Herm Wyatt. I mean, that'd be a great name. You get like a jobber or like a guy's that huge, give him the name Herm Wyatt.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Herm,
Yeah, Herm. I mean, that'd be interesting.
That's one of the things. So, getting back to the Survivor Series, what do you think of the tournament so far? We got to see, a lot of cool guys advance that we want to see. Kevin Owens advanced, Cesaro advanced.
That's actually, that's actually a good idea what they're doing with the title.
I do. It reminds me of WCW did that, but they did a bigger tournament.
Wow. Now that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is the squared circle guy, Brad.
Oh
okay.
my God.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
That's amazing.
Yeah, let's see it right here. We'll show it there. That's a Bray wannabe, but pretty good.
That's amazing.
I was gonna bet a better name than wannabe, but yeah.
Yeah, but they did it back in 1998 too. Mm-hmm. Remember with the vacated WWF title when The Rock went to the.
Yeah.
That's
what this reminds me of more.
That's what I think is gonna happen at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
It's gonna be between prediction. This is the final for the title. It's gonna be Roman and Dean.
Yeah.
Roman's gonna go heel.
Really? My prediction is Roman and Dean, and I know you heard this. Sheamus cashes in.
Yeah, I mean
that's also a possibility too.
Yeah, but then again, they do that twice on Roman. They're kind of screwing.
That's true.
But I'm telling you, man, I'm calling it. If I'm wrong,
you don't.
I think it'll be Roman and Dean.
That's like
and
modern day Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah, but
can't break up that friendship yet.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be Dean and Roman. And Roman's gonna
still
join
be
the Authority
together.
Since Rollins is out.
Right.
I mean, if I'm wrong, say I'm wrong.
For Roman.
But I'm calling it right now.
Wow.
We'll
see.
As much as it'd be cool for Dean Ambrose to be champ and everything like that, Romans and Owens in the finals. That'll work.
Yep.
But I'm still telling you, it's gonna be Dean and
Me too.
Roman.
I'm going with Dean and Roman. I love to see KO in the finals, but
currently,
for sure. Who advanced? I believe it was Cesaro. I didn't watch SmackDown. It was Cesaro advanced, Kevin Owens advanced, and a few others. So it's going to be an interesting tournament. Did they have the 6-man? Between Taker, and then also the Undertaker coming to take on the Wyatt family.
Right. In the finals, it's Roman, Cesaro, Alberto, Kalisto. How the hell is Kalisto still in it?
Who did he beat?
Kevin Owens, Neville, Ziggler, and Dean.
Oh wow.
Kalisto beat Ryback.
So how did that happen?
Yeah, I know. I think my prediction.
No offense to Kalisto, but he's a tag wrestler, man. I mean,
I think Kalisto's gonna beat Alberto because they're still gonna have Alberto wrestle for his title. So
right.
I think at the end of the day, Alberto and Kevin Owens will be out only
Yeah.
because they already have titles that they have to
Yeah,
wrestle.
Right,
I agree so as well. So yeah, I'm going with that too. Roman and Dean Ambrose, the two, members of Shield that haven't faced each other yet. Why not put them in there? It's going to be a great match. And something's going to happen as we foreshadowed before.
That'll get some pay-per-view buys.
Whoa.
If you don't have the network, but you know, if you don't have the network, that'll get some pay-per-view buys. Roman and Dean.
Roman might sell out.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think he's
yeah, because he wasn't like that happy about getting the title right away like that.
Yeah.
The Rock did it at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but the only thing that makes me not Roman is that why don't you take it the night that Triple H offered to you?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
the
that'd throw
fans
people
wanted
off.
a
Why do you have to
tournament.
go through a tournament to get back there?
The fans wanted a tournament.
I mean, that might throw people
I
off.
mean, why would you screw
maybe.
at the end and you had wrestled 3-4 matches before?
Right.
That's the only thing. I think Dean has a chance to turn heel.
Yeah, but
I thought that was pegged as the original member to turn heel out of the Shield. I believe that's why they went with Seth.
Yeah, I know, but my reason for Roman though, it's like people already boo Roman.
Right.
Roman's awesome in the ring.
Yeah.
And everything, but
he's not.
I mean, you got to
one of
give
my
like if
extreme
they're already
favorites,
booing him, give them a
Right.
reason to boo him.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
and then I'm telling you, if they do that, it changes momentum.
It does.
Guaranteed.
It does. It'd be interesting to see Roman in that position too.
Yeah.
And maybe give him a manager for the mic.
a little bit of that.
Maybe he'll develop on his own as well.
That suffering succotash promo like a couple months ago or whatever it was just it was horrible.
He needs he's great in the ring.
But he needs a little bit more work.
Well,
but you know what though? I think it's just somebody writing his promos because when he was with the Shield.
But he's not a funny guy. You can't just go out there and he's going to be like The Rock. He's going to make fun of people. That's the thing too.
But even when Seth Rollins sold out, like when him and Dean cut that promo on the Raw a week after or whatever, and they both cut a promo on it. That was actually not a bad promo by Roman.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, what he said about Randy Orton was just genius. Mm-hmm. He was like, "You think you're the face of the company, but when I get through with you, you're going to be the ass of this company." I was like, "That's awesome."
I did like that. He has some glimpses of brilliance. I'll give him that. Flashes of brilliance, but we just need to see more out of him on the mic.
Right.
Now, obviously, in ring, he's got to go in, and I definitely see him as the heel champion. I see that as a possibility as well. So we'll see more. And what do you think of the Wyatt family? Taker is going to be involved. Taker and Kane, obviously. The Wyatts. Who do you see Taker and Kane teaming up with at this point? Is it going to be Finn Balor and Sting?
That'd be interesting if it was Finn Balor and Sting. That Wyatt's win. Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah. But at the same time, it's Kane and Undertaker.
Right, the 25th anniversary of Taker.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta, Taker needs a win too.
Yeah,
let's face it.
It's Kane and Undertaker. You can't just have them like job out to the Wyatt family that. No. But I heard Sting was supposed to team up with them and everything. If that's the case, that'd be badass.
Because I don't think Sting and Taker at this point are ever going to wrestle.
They might. I mean, I don't know because it might happen at WrestleMania.
Right.
Because this is what I'm thinking. I mean, I could be wrong, like I said, but I think it might happen at WrestleMania for a reason. Because I read maybe a couple weeks ago that it was going to be John Cena and Undertaker.
Right.
But then I read something yesterday that was supposed to be John Cena and I forget who else.
Right.
So that leaves Taker out.
That is true.
Why not put Taker and Sting together?
Yeah, that is true. I heard it might
that's
be.
a dream match right there.
I agree. It is. We're just not sure at this point. I heard it might be Taker and Kane.
Again?
That's what I heard.
They did it. They did it twice already. I mean, they were all badass matches. But,
right. That's what I've heard.
But then again, Rock and
we don't
Rock
know
and
Sting's
Austin did it 3
condition
times
too. And that's why I down him for Survivor Series because of his.
What, Sting?
Yeah, because of his. He got hurt that last.
Yeah, but I'm nothing broke though.
Right. That's true.
If he's not taking like crazy bumps like he did with Seth Rollins and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I would love to see that match.
I mean, come on.
I'd love to see where you obviously have Sting, Taker, and Kane. You don't need a fourth guy. Just put a 4-on-3.
Or even I mean,
but give it just put a 3-on-4. Sting, Taker, and Kane goes against 4 guys.
Right.
And at the end, they win, and then later down the road, you have Sting turn on him, or you could have Sting turn on him right then there. Because if they do wrestle, it's gonna be Sting as the heel and Taker as the face.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it'll work because it's like the 2 main guys.
Right. And
from the 90s.
Definitely. And Sting is building a history with Survivor Series. He was at at the last one. He made his debut.
Right.
So something could happen where he could screw the Undertaker potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Yeah.
see that, but I mean, I don't know. I think it just might be just like,
Yeah.
icon or legend versus legend.
That's true. They can
You know,
go that route as
WCW
well.
versus WWE, because
Yeah.
it's like back in the day, like in the '90s. Wouldn't you want to see that?
Right.
You know?
I think it comes to the point of who can out surprise the other, make these random.
Actually,
the lights go out and you appear.
Actually, I did that on WWE 2K16.
Oh, nice.
I did. It was the place was so freaking stupid though. It was Sting, obviously representing WCW, and Undertaker representing WWE
Yeah.
at the ECW arena.
Nice. Again.
You know, I was like,
That's
oh
funny.
man.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they got the ECW arena in that
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
though. That's freaking
cool.
awesome.
I haven't played it yet. I gotta
Oh,
get on it.
dude,
I know.
you gotta play it, man. It's
I
awesome.
still gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's
Cool,
awesome.
cool. Well, hey, that's it for the Voiceless Pro Wrestling podcast. I want to thank John again for,
Yeah, man. Thank
for
you.
being on. Kidd Twizt. You can check out the CSW Northland show at Edison Park Inn in
Follow me on Twitter.
Edison Park. You know, so CSW Northland. Get your tickets now. It's going to be an entertaining event, and check out the Voice of the Voiceless Pro Wrestling podcast. Spreaker.com/user/Voice of the Voiceless for all of our podcasts. Check us out at Periscope, on at Twitter at CT Wrestling Fan for our guests, and of course like the Facebook page, Voice of the Voiceless Pro Wrestling. So for John,
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, CSW Southland. Oh, yes, CSW Southland, December 18th.
Awesome.
That'll be at the Cheben Civic Center. I wasn't at the last show, unfortunately, but I will be at that show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Come check out Hunter Payne, Sean Mulligan, Blake. I almost said Blake Murphy. Mitch Blake. All the CSW guys will be down there. Check out the Strays. That's me, Doug Preston, a.k.a. Andy Black, and Chris Miller. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, at Kidd Twizt 133. And I am on Facebook too, Kidd Twizt, KIDDTWIZT. And
cool.
yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, for SAFA,
All right.
Kidd Twizt, thanks for listening to the Voice of the Voiceless Pro Wrestling podcast. We'll be back next month. Thank you.